Welcome to the French Newfie. I'm Erin MacDonald. Today I'm going to make lamb chops, and they're going to have a really nice herbaceous crust on them. It's going to be absolutely delicious. I'm using almost every herb that you can imagine. So I have my beautiful lamb chops here. They're beautiful and succulent and they're ready to go. But before that, I'm going to start with my crust. And I have some usual suspects. I have rosemary and lamb. It's very traditional. So I'm just going to give it a quick chop. But it's going to be going down into my blender, so I don't need to worry about the stems or anything like that. Just a couple of quick chops for the rosemary, and we're gonna move that right into my Kenwood blender. It's perfect. Take the top off for now. And then we're gonna go in for some mint, and mint is classic as well. I'm sure that everyone has had mint sauce to accompany the lamb. There's something about mint that just works so well with lamb. So we're gonna get that in as well. And then we're gonna have garlic. Garlic again, these are the 3 usual ingredients that you find in any lamb recipe. So we're gonna get that down also. And this is where it's gonna be unusual. I'm putting dill in, but dill is used in some recipes that I have found, so I'm gonna use dill as well. It's gonna be full of flavor, and lamb is flavorful itself, but with these herbs, it's gonna be even more. So a nice bunch of fresh dill right down into the mixture. And parsley, flat leaf Italian parsley is gonna be perfect as well. It's a nice big bunch of that. Parsley is really going to help color it. They'll all color it, but parsley just explodes with color, and I love it. So get that down as well. And then we're gonna take some thyme, just some dry thyme. It's gonna be perfect. A nice pinch of that. Some salt, of course, you have to have salt. And some pepper. We want pepper as well. Crack black pepper. And breadcrumbs, because that is gonna help crisp up. It's gonna turn the color of all the herbs, and you'll see it's gonna be wonderful. So we're gonna put that down as well. Nice amount, because I have 4 lamb chops that I'm gonna be coating, and we want them to be coated all around on both sides. So now, put this back on. We're gonna let it go for around a minute until everything is chopped and the breadcrumbs are taking on all that beautiful flavor and color of the herbs that I just added. And once they're chopped, I'm gonna start adding some oil. And I didn't have any fresh basil, but I'm actually gonna add basil infused olive oil. So you're gonna get a little bit of that down into there. And turn it back on. Perfect. You can really see that the color is starting to come onto the breadcrumbs, and that's what we want. We want a really nice green crust for our lamb. A little bit more of this basil infused olive oil, and I'm gonna let this go until the job is done, about a minute. And now that is done, and you can see that it's beautiful and bright and colorful and green, and that's what I was after. So let me just move my board off to the side. And we are going to now coat our lamb chops, our beautiful lamb chops, with some Dijon mustard. And when we do that, it's going to help our bread mixture stick to the lamb, and the color is absolutely beautiful and eye-popping. It's gonna be a showstopper. So I have this little brush, and this is perfect. I have a lemon. We're gonna put that in later, so just get that off to the side. And this brush is gonna be perfect. It's good for barbecuing. It's good for basting. Just make sure you're always checking your brushes for loose thistles or bristles. You don't want any of that in your food. And this one is quite well. Be sure you're always checking on your tools. So I have a nice Dijon mustard here, and I'm gonna get that down onto our beautiful rack that we have, our little ribs. And it is perfect. Our little lamb chops, succulent. You want to make sure that you get all coverage on the eye of the lamb. That's what this is called here, this little beautiful gem of meat. Get it completely coated all the way up. Make sure you have both sides. It's not just going to be one-sided. And just a couple more. I like my lamb to be medium rare, and it's personal preference. If you haven't tried it medium rare, I say give it a try. So it's gonna go in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, quite hot, but because it's gonna be a medium rare, it's only gonna go for around 15 minutes. Perfect. And now I'm gonna take my bread mixture, my breadcrumb herb mixture. Delicious. There's so much flavor going on in these breadcrumbs. So just get that down like so. It's a little messy. It's okay. Take your spoon. Just get it out like that. So that way I can dredge my nice little lamb chops down into this beautiful mixture. The color is unbelievable. And I have four, so I want to make sure that I get all of that out. Not wasting any of that goodness right here. Just like that. Okay. Bring my beautiful lamb chops back over and take the top and just push down onto that crust like so. Look at that. We don't want too much, but we do want a nice crust. Perfect, just like that. And then down again into the other side. You can pat it down with your spoon, whatever utensil you have to be using, just like that. And there you have one. That is beautiful and ready to go into the oven. I have it preheating at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, as I said, so it's not gonna take long, 15 minutes. I'm just gonna do another one to show you how I've created this crust. You will try this and you will enjoy it. Perfect. I'm gonna get two more down and then I'm gonna put it into the oven. And when I come back, I'm gonna show you how beautiful it is and crusted and flavorful, and I can't wait to plate it up for you. And so now we're back 15 minutes later, which has given me enough time to clean up my kitchen and get ready to plate. And the smell is amazing in my kitchen. I wish you could smell it. So we're gonna bring it up, turn off my oven first. And wow, they still have that beautiful green color that I was after. It's amazing, it's crispy. I know that it's a medium rare, which is what I want. Before I plate this up, I'm gonna make a really nice quick sauce. And I like to use berries and incorporate berries sometimes into my meat. And I have these beautiful purple blackberries. They're in season, they're huge. So just gonna get a nice bit down into a bowl and a couple of pieces of mint. So just grab that just like that. And what we're gonna do is mash that up so it has a little bit of a sauce. I also recommend that you use mashed potatoes. If you don't like mashed potatoes, maybe a baked potato, or you could possibly even do pasta if you want with this. It's really whatever you prefer. I like mashed potatoes. It's nice and soft and they go great with the lamb. So now you can see, squishing the berries, I can smell the mint. It's making this beautiful sauce that's gonna go down over our herbaceous crust of lamb. And I cannot wait to have this. There, perfect. Just a little pinch of salt, and that's also gonna help to break up those fibers of the berries. Beautiful, beautiful color. So beautiful. It's gonna look amazing against the green. All right, and now we are going to move on to plating our beautiful lamb chops. So let me get my tongs. And as I said, I just have your basic mashed potato with a little bit of butter, a little bit of olive oil, salt, and parsley. Let's just take this. Look at that, how beautiful. Wow, I mean, Who wouldn't want that for a beautiful weeknight dinner? If you're having guests around, I don't have any guests coming tonight, but suddenly I feel inspired to invite the neighbors over because this is just too beautiful not to share. Just like that, pile it up high. These are gonna be so good. Just like that. I have my lemon, and what I'm gonna do is just cut the lemon open. Be careful not to squirt yourself. Oh yeah, that is perfect. And again, just take your tongs, squirt down over. Look at that. It's steaming. You can see the steam coming off. It's still really hot. Perfect. And then of course, the beautiful blackberry and mint sauce that I just crushed up right before your eyes. So simple. And take that and spoon it down over our beautiful crusted lamb chops. This is really, really something special to make. I hope that you give it a try. And finally, just for appearance, a couple of sprigs of mint that I have standing by. You eat with your eyes first. Try and dress up your food and make it look pretty. There you have it. I hope that you enjoy.